Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. It's come to that time of the year again. Release season, particularly Rolex. Rolex should be releasing their new 2021 models in April. Not that it matters because you won't be able to get them anyway, but time for a little speculation. What are they going to release? Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Since we're talking all Rolex today, decided to wear the Hulk. Absolutely love this bad boy, discontinued last year. And also, a bunch of new Rolexes at delraywatch.com. We got in a beautiful two-tone white dial Daytona. Also, very hard to get. Looks like it's sold out everywhere. We got a Mark 1 dial Explorer 1 39mm. A watch we're going to talk about in a little bit, and a brand new unworn Rolex OP green dial. All that and more at delraywatch.com, link in the description below. So yeah, guys, it's come to that time of the year. April, Rolex supposedly releasing their new watches. Now, yes, they're going to be sold out for God knows how long. So ultimately, not to be a sourpuss, I don't really think it matters. But it seems like a lot of you guys do care. And I'm going to be honest, the video gets a ton of views because everybody wants to know what Rolex is going to do. Now, this is entirely speculation, but it is educated guesses because Rolex is pretty much built like Fort Knox. Very few leaks. When they do leak, they're not very accurate. Unlike other brands where you kind of know weeks in advance what they're making. Rolex, pretty darn rare. Everybody has a friend or their AD told them this, the salesperson told them that. They don't know anything. The AD is the last one to find out. He'll know after you do. Unless you literally know a VP at Rolex Corporate, anybody that tells you they know anything is full of shit. But let's digress. We can make educated assumptions based on trends and what Rolex has done in the past to kind of predict what they're going to do in the future. First thing I think they're going to do is discontinue the Rolex Explorer 39mm and update it with a 41mm. As they did with the OP, which is essentially the same case. They got rid of the 31. I think they're going to they got rid of the 39, and they're going to go 41 to fit the rest of their lineup. They're leaving the 39mm behind, and it just makes sense for production purposes, and it fits very well with the Oyster Perpetual. Do I like that move? Not really. I kind of thought the 39 was the perfect case size, even for a guy of my heft. But, I think this one is pretty much guaranteed. Next is one that I've predicted for the past 3 years and has never come to fruition, but at least I'm honest, and that is I think the Explorer 2 with a ceramic bezel. The Explorer 2 is the longest in-tooth sports model right now. Hasn't had an update in quite a bit, along with kind of the Milgauss. So I do think, like the Daytona, it's going to get a ceramic bezel version. Do you like it? Do you not? I'm not entirely sure. I never liked the 42mm Explorer. I love the 40. Think that's a classic. This one kind of looks like it's on steroids. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to get the ceramic bezel this year. Next is a rumor that actually came out on Watch Pro, a pretty credible watch news source website, but even they say the rumor is, it's 50-50. And that is that Rolex is going to discontinue the Cellini line and come out with a new line of dress watches called the Vienna. Very possibly in a dress chronograph. Does this excite me? Absolutely. Rolex's old dress chronographs and their old moon phase watches, the Bao Dai, some of my favorite all-time Rolex watches. But a company that doesn't really pay attention to the minor details like movement finishing, and they have relatively plain dials. I don't know if this one's going to work, especially because I know it's kind of a very premium price, but it looks like the Cellini's out the door and the Vienna is coming in. Last but not least, and I think the one that has the least chance of happening, is Oyster Flex. I think the rubber Oyster Flex is going to come on the deep sea watch. Usually things start in precious metals and they trickle their way down. As you can see, it started with the precious metal Yachtmasters, then the white gold Yachtmasters, obviously. Now the Sky Dwellers got it. I think the next one to get it is going to be the stainless steel Deep Sea. Might come on Oyster Flex. I think that's going to be a very, very cool option. Or I might be completely wrong, but I do think it does kind of make sense to give people more options. And even their little brother Tudor is kind of doing the same thing with the Black Bay, where you can get it on NATO and you can get it on leather. So I do think this is a nice way to bolster their lineup for minimal cost, because all you're doing is throwing a rubber strap on it. Anyway, guys, that's it for my predictions for 2021 Rolex. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really does help. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more content. Guys, thanks so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.